Hi Stampers! Welcome to this month's product spotlight where I'm featuring the Coming Home Suite. And this stamp set is pretty amazing. Your imagination can go wild, and it's not just for Christmas. So you've got the stamp set and all of these wonderful dies that there is so much on Pinterest and on YouTube using this stamp set, so I have a feeling you'll be using this quite a bit, as I have. All right, so let's get started. All right, so the first card is a gift card holder. All right, and the gift card would go right in here. All right, this is a small note card, smaller than the regular note cards, and it's sold in a set that includes a larger card, and I will put a link for that on here. Okay, so this card is 6.5 by 4.25, folded in half, and what you're going to do is go ahead and slice off the top of this card. All right. In your kit, you've got, now all of this paper is the same, all right, because it's polka dots on one side and trees on the other. The larger one is the piece that's going to go on the inside of your gift card holder. And you're going to need to round the edges of both the card and the DSP. The smaller piece is going to be for the front, and you're just going to round the corners of the top edge. All right, and that gets glued on here. The other piece that you have is for your envelope flap. Okay, so you've got the soft suede label, and that is from Tasteful Labels, as well as a Old Olive circle, scallop circle, and a small pool party circle, and that is also from Tasteful Labels. I gave you a piece of white so that you can go ahead and stamp the house and color it, or you can just cut it out of the DSP. The wonderful thing about the dies is they will cut out a lot of the things on the DSP. Okay, you've got a little heart and a piece of linen thread. You tie the linen thread into a bow and just adhere that with a glue dot. The house is popped up on dimensionals. Everything else is glued down. And then remember, when you're gluing it to the DSP, the front cover, only glue half of it so that you can get your gift card in there. Okay? So this doesn't have to be for Christmas. Somebody has a housewarming. This would be a great gift. Great way to give a gift. So that is card number 1. All right. Move on. Card number 2. Again, not necessarily Christmas. It can be pretty much anything. You've got Misty Moonlight Layer, which I've embossed for you in the Tasteful Textiles embossing folder. I've already cut the circle for you and given you the red scallop that you would mount on the outside. And the inside, you've got Granny Apple Green for your hillside with your trees. And then these houses I did stamp and die cut and colored myself. Both of them are popped up on dimensionals so that it kind of comes out through the front of the card. It gives it a little more dimension. Okay, this can be, again, any kind of a card. Doesn't have to be for the holidays at all. Okay, number 3. This one's a little bit more fussy. It's like, okay, how much more can I throw on this card? So there's a lot on here. You've got 2 hills, and they both have trees on them. So the die looks like this. Okay. So that I cut this twice, but then I used the left side, and then over here I used the right side. Okay. This layer is glued down. This one is popped up on dimensionals. The houses I die cut from the DSP as well as this tree. Everything else is stamped. And the Peace, Love, and Joy, there are many different greetings on one sheet of the DSP that you can cut out. And it's in several different languages as well, which is kind of neat. This house, these are popped up on dimensionals. And then I put a little star in the trees. And then this is cut out from the DSP as well. All right. And last but not least, you have the slimline card. And nothing could be easier. Just stamp a bunch of houses and die cut them and layer them so it looks like a little bit of a village. You've got the street lights that I stamped and cut out. Those you have to fussy cut, unfortunately. The wreath here is on DSP, so I just cut that out of the DSP. Everything else is stamped and colored. Okay, so with this, you're going to need an envelope. So you've got a piece of white cards, the thick cardstock, and I've already scored it for you. If you follow the template that I've also sent you, it'll show you where to cut out the pieces and where to score. When you go to fold this, if you fold the 2 5/8 side in first and then glue the 2-inch piece on top, then your seam will go right down the middle. And I think that kind of gives it a cleaner finish. It's kind of hard to see here, but here's the score line. Okay, and then you're going to fold up the bottom and glue it shut. And then I just added double stick tape here when I'm getting ready to send it and close it. And some of these cards, you might want to weigh them, but I've been putting 2 stamps on it because it's just a little on the heavy side. All right, so those are the 4 cards that are included in your package. But I wanted to show you a couple of other cards that I had done. So this one is probably more Christmassy because he's carrying a Christmas tree. I ran the through the embossing folder, the brick. You can see that. This label also comes from the Tasteful Labels dies. And then you've got Misty Moonlight ribbon that I folded and did in the back. So another card, it's a winter card, not necessarily a Christmas card. I took the one die that looks like this, and I ran it through once, and then I moved it down, and I ran it through again to come up with the road. Little uneven, but it's okay. The Let It Snow also came from that DSP. These houses were cut from the DSP as well. And I don't remember that folder. It's one of the new little ones. Let's see. It's called Wrapped in Texture, and I used the dotted one here. Okay. And then on the inside, I just put an extra piece of DSP. And then last but not least, I'm really liking these slimline cards. I made another village, and this time, instead of stamping and cutting them out, I stamped and masked to put the houses behind, and then just highlighted a couple of the houses and the cars on my road. And for the road, I again used that one die, this one, to create the road. Okay. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to reach out. There's lots of inspiration on Pinterest and YouTube with this stamp set. I think it's something I'll be able to use all year round and not just for the holidays. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you enjoy using your coming home suite. Take care, have a good day, and happy stamping.